I looked at him, he looked at me, and we just fell into this dance. And suddenly we were just kind of in it, and then the song was over, and we looked over, and everybody was like, had hearts coming out of their heads. And we were like, oh, I think we have chemistry.
Annie, if I can call you that.
Please do.
As a 40,
Everything will go so much better.
As a 40-plus-year-old woman, thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you.
I felt seen. I felt everything. And I feel like there are a lot of women my age who feel the same way.
Age.
Our age. I'm older than you. Why do you think we are responding like this to this story and this character?
Ooh, I can say this, it was made for us. You know, I was talking to one of my friends, we've got kids the same age. She is the most amazing woman and mother and wife and friend and like just human, like she's so inspiring. And I was, she's like, so what are you working on? I was telling her about this and she was staring at me and I was like, everything okay? She goes, this is my Top Gun Maverick.
I've been telling people this is my Marvel movie.
And so I'm just like, I believe, like, I think that it's so great that there are target audiences for movies, but movies really should appeal to everybody.
Yeah.
But someone's got to be first in line. And so I just wanted us to be first in line.
Yeah. So good. And Nick, I say this as a person with a PhD in boy band.
Oh, it's okay.
You nailed it.
Okay, thank you.
I
appreciate that.
nailed
had
it. Didn't
all the teen squeals. My husband was like, what is the matter with you? Which is exactly the right reaction. I know also that you were inspired by BTS. I am proud Army. So let's talk about what you took from BTS to channel into Haze.
I think, I mean, it really was in a lot of the sort of performance aspect of it. And I think I would never, ever claim to even have the amount of dance skill that they have in their pinky than I do in my entirety.
They have more training.
They have a little bit more.
If you'd been devoted.
I did have like a few weeks before filming. But I think that the relationship between them is so notable and they're so sort of effortless in their sort of charm and charisma with each other. And I think we kind of wanted to embody that on stage as well.
You killed it.
Thank you.
So good.
Thank you.
As I'm watching you, Annie, you know, be Selene, I'm also thinking about the other characters you've played and what they would have thought of Selene. So Mia Thermopolis. What would
You're completely doing, this is fun. Okay, sorry,
what would Mia Thermopolis think of the opportunity to date a guy in a boy band?
Well, I mean, she has.
In this era.
Oh. Mia Thermopolis, I think she would have been very, very happy for their so I think about Mia and I go straight into like politic mode because she can't ever give just a straight answer. She was texting with her friends about it, like everybody. And then being very supportive publicly.
Look, the reason why so many of us had expectations about this film is the steaminess. So I just want a quick answer about, because I'm wrapping, creating the steam.
We got in a sauna. We held it in our paws.
Michael was there. There was a lot of people.
There was a full crew.
It was a full camera. No, look, we had a chemistry test that it was an audition, which was, you know, an audition is an audition. You get scenes, you come in, you do your best. There was an additional component to this one, which we asked the actors to do, which was please prepare a dance improv. And which is like the meanest thing. It's so brutal to say. Not only are you going to audition for a great part in a Michael Showalter film, playing the lead in a film, you're going to have to dance too. But we just kind of had to figure out who, because the thing about chemistry is it has to happen without talking. Like you just have to, two people's energies just have to spark. And I think that one of the best ways to discover this is through dance. And like, so what we did was Nick brought in a song. I didn't know what it was about to be. And I was just sat there and he just pressed play. And then we just kind of waited and see what would happen next. And so he pressed play, and I was Selene, and he was Haze, and I looked at him, he looked at me, and we just fell into this dance. And suddenly we were just kind of in it, and then the song was over, and we looked over, and everybody was like, had hearts coming out of their heads. And we were like, oh, I think we have chemistry.
I was just talking to Anne and Nick about that chemistry test with them dancing. So what was it about that moment with them dancing that said to you, this is it, this is the couple, this is the chemistry?
You know, actually, for me, it was a different moment on the same day, which was when Nick sang a song. Nick played a song on his guitar and sang it for us, and we were all watching him, but he was kind of singing it just for her.
Yeah.
And it was really there that I felt there was some real romantic energy going on. So for me, it was the song that was actually the real moment.
The heart and soul here is Anne Hathaway. I mean, I say this as a 40-plus-year-old woman. She made me feel seen. So can you talk about why she was so special in this performance and, you know, how she is right now, as the kids say, mother?
We wanted this band to be cool. We didn't want to make fun of them. We didn't want them to be cheesy or silly or anything like that. We wanted them to be really cool, and that their music was great, and that they look great, and they're great dancers, and they're great singers, and the songs are awesome. So we cast a bunch of guys that we felt like fit that. We had them in amazing wardrobe. We wanted them to be dressed really contemporary, cool clothes, different. And we had an amazing, bunch of songs written by Savan Kotecha, who's this incredible songwriter, and was able to create, bangers. I've learned this word, bangers, a bunch of bangers. But more than anything, it was our choreographer, Danny Vitale.
Yeah.
Who worked with them day and night, all for many weeks while we were shooting, so that they have that feeling of comfort with their performance and the way they are in front of an audience and the way they are with each other, and their relationship to their choreography, their relationship to each other, the microphone, all of that stuff was all in rehearsal with them and Danny and Scott, just creating that feeling that they're a real band and they do this every night and they know each other really well. And I love the feeling that it creates in the movie.
I mean, I think you as the boy band president, that's like the only sign off I think anybody needs. I actually I when I was a kid, I was always like really trying to be into like I was always wanting to be a fan of something, but I never like found my like fandom, if that makes sense. And then getting to be in this film made me appreciate stuff like that so much more. And I think like that kind of culture, fandom culture, boy band culture, all that stuff is like kind of the most fascinating thing. And I thought Nick did a great job. He sells it. You absolutely believe that he is a pop star, and it's not just the crowd CGI. He sells it.
Like the video? Then hit the button, or better yet, drop us a comment. Then check out our latest videos here. And don't forget to subscribe by hitting the button here for more celebrity interviews and entertainment news.